Hi, this is Sherry Methling with Ancient Healings Around the World. Once again, I'm in Bagan, Myanmar, where it is 105 degrees this whole week, 105 degrees Fahrenheit that is. I believe in Celsius it's about 42, 43 degrees, something like that. So if I'm sweating profusely in the past few weeks, well, it is what it is. Today's video is on communicating and listening to your angels. How do you hear? How do you listen? How do you move through life? Listening to your guides, your teachers, your masters, your angels. How am I doing this? How am I channeling? Well, it takes practice, just like anything. If you want to become a better baseball player, you have to show up to practice. Basketball. If you want to become better at typing, if you want to become better at anything in life, you got to keep on using that muscle. You see, if you're in a space of doubt and fear, lower vibration, a lot of times, guess what? You're not going to be able to hear them. But what I want you to do before you call upon your angels to listen for the divine guidance and direction for yourself, for your life, any questions that you may have within your life. Well, first, call upon protection around your body, mind, and spirit. A golden bubble of protection. It could be a different color if you wish. Just asking for protection. Why? Because the information that you want coming through to you as you communicate with the other side, the angels, your guides, you want it coming from the divine, from your higher self, from these angelic beings that are here to guide and assist you in your life. They're always there. They're waiting for your call. So often people aren't calling on them, so they're not showing up. And if you haven't been doing it year after year, decade after decade, guess what? That muscle is weak. That's why you're not hearing clearly, seeing clearly, thinking clearly. But the more you do it on a daily basis, it's going to become stronger and clearer. You're not going to have doubts. You're not going to discredit it, what you're receiving, what you're getting. So first, put up protection around yourself. Golden bubble of protection. Anything that comes through will be coming from the divine, the angels. Information that I need for my body, mind, and spirit as I move forward in this journey in life. Setting the intention. Ask the question. What is the question that you're seeking guidance to? Put it out there. Be clear in what you're putting out there. What is the question? The more specific you are, the more specific the answer will be. Okay? Now, you might not get an answer right away. It might not come in through your third eye or your senses. But as you go on during your day, I put it out there, I would like an answer within the next day, 24 hours, 48 hours, information, guidance, clarity, confirmations, validation that this is truth and light that I need to follow. Maybe you might not receive it within that time frame. Just give it time. It will come through. You might get a commercial coming up on television, something through a magazine or a newspaper, a billboard. Information coming through a friend, on the phone, in casual conversations, even at the supermarket. You put out the question as you talk in conversations with friends. See what comes through. But at the same time, you also have to discern what is for you and what is not for you. Because a lot of times they might not be channeling, all right? They'll just be talking from their human self. But you'll know the answer. You'll have clarity on it. You'll ask for clarity one more time. Please give me that divine guidance. For instance, giving you an example. As I move forward in my journeys, I do have an itinerary, a list of places, sacred ancient places to hit, to get to, one at a time. But I always pray and I always put it out there for divine guidance and direction for the next place, the next space, the next country, and where to go to at this time in my journey. And then all of a sudden, I might start singing a song or have a conversation with somebody or even talk to one of my parents. And that information, that country, or something will show up in my vibration through a movie. Something might stick out. Another video I did back in Australia was magical messages in mantras and music. A lot of information comes through music. But guess what? You can't get any answers if you don't put out the questions, if you don't ask for clarity and guidance from these angels. And if you're in a space of doubt and fear, like I said, guess what? It is not going to get stronger, that muscle. You have to trust what is coming through, what you're receiving. You have to trust yourself. You have to call upon them on a daily basis. Connecting into God. If you didn't charge your phone, guess what? It's not going to be working. If you're not plugging into your higher self, guess what? You're not going to be receiving that information. It's going to be a disconnect. It's going to shut down. But as I stay tuned in, charged up, through Source, through the Divine, through my guides, on a daily basis, every morning I wake up, setting the intentions, grounding myself, putting up protection around myself, first and foremost. Anything which does not serve me may dissolve and dissipate and deflect off of my body, mind, or spirit. Okay? Called upon my guides for direction for that day, where I need to go to, what temples, what people, what monks, how to get to a certain destination when I'm meeting with different clients around the world, how I'm going to get there, train, scooter, bus, car, taxi, right? Putting it out there. Every day, strengthening that muscle, listening to what you receive. Do it on a daily basis when you're driving. The more questions you put out there specifically, the more answers you will be receiving. The more you show up to practice, baseball practice, guess what? You're going to be getting better and better and better. So listen to what you're receiving. From all people, all places, all spaces. Even you'll find yourself tuning in to a certain YouTube video, certain magazine you'll pick up. And then you'll see information around that. Your guides are always there for you. We are assigned certain spirit guides, teachers, masters, and angels to work with us. And as we evolve and grow and graduate from one space, spiritual space, guess what? You move on to a different teacher sometimes. Just like in school. After you pass 5th grade, you go to 6th grade and 7th grade and so on and so forth. Sometimes you have the same guides for a lifetime. And other times as you evolve, well, you get a new one. Okay? So we have different ways of receiving information, things that we hear from other people, and things that we just intuitively are receiving. Okay? Through what you get. The answer comes in right away. You put out the question. A lot of times you'll receive an answer right away. A lot of times you might not, or you might not be hearing it because you didn't strengthen that muscle yet. It takes time. Okay? Trust. Don't be in a space of resistance or control. I trust and allow whatever's supposed to flow through. Okay? It's very hot. These flies, different things around. So, anything else here? Oh yeah, the different senses. We hear things, we see things clairvoyantly, and it's not like you're watching television per se. It's just that all of a sudden, boom, somebody will pop in your energy. Okay? You'll think of somebody. Okay? So you'll get it clairvoyantly, you'll hear it clairaudiently, you'll feel something, and that will be the information that you're seeking. You'll feel it. Feel for the answers. Okay? Don't let the distractions get in your way, like the fly. Different roadblocks, different obstacles, different excuses. All right? Stop making excuses for yourself. Stop doubting what you're receiving. Start taking action. Start doing it on a daily basis. Right? If you want to pass that test, you're going to have to study for it, right? Okay? So strengthen that muscle. Do it on a daily basis. Set the intention for the day. Put it out there to spirit when you're on the train. All right? Walking down the street. Communicate with them. Strengthening that muscle. I talk to them all the time. I hear them talking to me. Yes. Channeling. All right? So that's hearing, listening, communicating with your spirit guides, teachers, masters, angels, higher self, whatever you might want to call it, your divine. They're there. Angels are talked about in the Bible. Okay? Gabriel came to the Virgin Mary to let her know that, well, she was pregnant. They talk about angels, Archangel Michael for protection. And different angels too. There's certain ones, specific ones that I work with. All right? So in any event, listen to what you receive. Put up protection. Call upon them on a daily basis. If you want to get better at it, you got to do it all the time. You got to talk to them like a person. Because that's pretty much kind of how the energy is. Just like when somebody passes away. Just because they're not in the physical body doesn't mean they can't show up, and they don't show up. As soon as my grandma comes into my space, I know right away, and I start talking with her. And she's always amazed. She's like, I can't believe you know I'm here. How do you always know? I even told her, and when she was in the physical realms, I would talk about it. I would talk about my grandpa. When he shows up, sometimes you might get the goosebumps or the chills. When you get information from somebody, too, that's for you, and it resonates with you, guess what? You might get the goosebumps or the chills, or you know right away. You ask yourself, is this for me, or is it not? You'll get an answer, yes, oh, this is for me, I know it. Okay? You could go to a whole seminar for 5 hours, and there could be one bit of information that's for you, but that could be the information that will change the direction of your life.